What are loop control statements in Python? When we want to stop a loop or skip an iteration, we use loop control statements in Python. There are two types of loop control statements. First one is break and second one is continue. So we'll try to understand with an example. So let's start with the break, right? So now let's use this for loop first, right? I assume that we have a for loop here. So I'll use a for loop for I. I'll use this variable I, and I'll use this in, and I'll use this range function, right? So range function actually helps you to create a loop, right? So I want to start this loop from 1 and I want to run this loop 7 times. So if I want to run the loop 7 times, I'll write here 8, right? So 1 less than, okay, 1 less than this 8, that means 7 times. But I want to run the loop 7 times, so I'll give here 8 starting from 1. Yes, now let's have a if condition here. Now I want to break this loop. I want to stop this loop when I equals to, let's say, 5, right? So I'll give a colon here and I'll write here break. Yes, I'll write a break statement here. Then I will use a print statement here to print the value of I. So now I will just try to run this program. Now to run this program, you have to just click on this run Python file, and now do you see here I get here 1 2 3 4, right? So now let's try to understand how it is happening. So first, we have a for loop here, and the loop will actually this loop has to run 7 times starting from 1 2 3 4 5 6 7, but I have given a condition here, right? I'm saying that when I is equal to 5, you just break the loop, right? So first time when I is 1, what happened? Condition is actually false, so break is not executed, so it executes this print statement. So I get 1. When I is 2, what happens is condition is false, I is not equal to 5, so it prints I, so you print 2. Like that it goes on for 3 4, right? For 3 4 you get 3 4 here. Now when I is 5, what happens is condition is true. If the condition is true, break statement is this statement is executed. So when Python will see this break, what happens is it comes outside the for loop, right? It comes outside the for loop. So if you're coming outside the for loop, what happens is it will not print this I here, right? Why? Because this print I is inside the for loop, right? And whenever you see break, remember, Python will actually come out of the loop, right? So that's why you see here 1 2 3 4. You don't see here 5 6 7, right? Now let's say I want to break the loop when I is, let's say, 7. So now what happens is it will print 1 2 3 4 5 6, but 7 will not be printed, right? So let's see, let's run this program and see here. So I see a 1 2 3 4 5 6. That means for I equal to 7, okay, I is not printed. Why? Because when I is 7, it's coming out of the for loop, right? So this is how your break statement works in Python. Okay, it is a loop control statement, right? So whenever you want to stop a loop, okay, whenever you want to stop a loop in between or in the middle of the iteration, you want to stop the loop, then you can use break statement, right? Now let's try to understand continue, right? So I'll use the same same example, and now what I do is I'll just change it to, let's say, I is equal to 4. I'll write here I is equal to 4, and what is the next statement that I told you? Continue, right? So now I'll write here continue, right? Continue is a statement. Yes, so now what I'm saying, so what will happen here is in continue, whenever Python will see this continue statement, it will actually skip the current iteration and it will go back to the beginning of the loop, right? So now let's see now what happens here. Now I'll try to run this program, right? I'll try to run this program. Now let's run this program, and do you see here? I see here 1 2 3, and you don't see here 4. Do you see here? You don't see 4 here, but you see 5 6 7. That means my loop is actually running for 1 2 3, but it's not running for 4, but it's running for 5, 6 and 7. Okay, now I'll explain this to you. I'll make it very simple. Now it will just work in the same way how in the break we have done. So when I is equal to 1, what happens is condition false, so continue will not be executed, so it comes to the print statement. So I print 1, right? Next, what happened? I becomes 2, so 2 is not equal to 4, so this continue statement will not be executed. So what happens is it comes to the print statement, so I print 2. So like that it goes on for 3 also, so I print 3. But when I equal to 4, what happens is the condition is true, so what happened? Continue statement is executed. So whenever Python sees this continue statement, it actually skips the current iteration. So now we are in what? We are in 4th iteration now, right? So now when Python will see this continue, what happens is it skips this next statement and it goes to the beginning of the loop, right? That means it comes here again, right? So for I equal to 4, I'm not printing this I. So what happens is it skips the current iteration and it comes back to the beginning of the loop. So now what is the loop? What is the value of I now? I becomes now 5, right? Yes, because we are in 5th cycle now. So when I equal to 5, what happens is condition is false. So condition is false means it executes this print I, right? So now that's why you see a 5 and you don't see 4, right? Now next again, I becomes 6, so condition is false. 6 is not equal to 4, so continue will not be executed, so it will not go back to the beginning of the loop. It comes to this print statement, so I see 6. Yes, now again I is incremented, so I becomes now 7, so 7 is equal to 4. Condition is false. If condition is false, what happened? Continue is not executed, so it prints this print statement. So that is why you see here 7, right? Now if you have understood this loop control statement in Python, please like and subscribe to my channel, and you can also go to my YouTube channel and check all the Python beginner series where I have explained Python from scratch, and it's really helpful for the beginners. And you can also see some coding tips in VS Code, right? So now in my next video I'll be teaching this list in Python, how to create a list and what is list in Python. Thank you.